Well, Bitcoin's price absolutely took off last night, pushing all the way up towards $123,000 before pulling back a little bit this morning. And in today's video, I want to talk about why this move from Bitcoin was so dang on significant and exactly what I'm expecting going next. So, we have a good bit to get into today. So, guys, do not forget if you do want to start trading some Bitcoin yourself today, you can go sign up to BTCC through the link down below, and you're going to get up to $10,000 in bonuses and up to 40% lower trading fees. Guys, this is one of the best exchanges in the world. It's the exchange that I use every single day. It's one of the best offers in the world. And so check out that link down below. That's a win-win for everybody. Now, as I mentioned before, I mean, Bitcoin absolutely took off last night. It's actually wild. I mean, I knew Bitcoin had some legs under it, and the fact that we were, of course, seeing this move from Bitcoin while its daily RSI wasn't getting crazy overextended, it definitely told me like, hey, this thing could start trying to push up towards some of these higher Fibonacci levels. But the fact that it's actually done it, I mean, it feels so fantastic. And for those of you who have been in the crypto market, for those of you who stuck out this year, for those of you who got in last year or before and you stuck out this year, massive congratulations to you. You deserve this feeling that you have right now, and I'm proud of you. Okay. But looking at the market in this exact moment, what you guys know is that the two levels that we have been talking about for weeks now on the channel was $118,000 and, of course, $121,000. These were the levels that we were really looking forward to. Now, 115,000 was kind of the first stop, then it was 118,000, then $121,000. And the reason why we were looking at those levels was due to the Fibonacci's. When Bitcoin's price made this, you guys remember, so long ago, when Bitcoin's price made this descending channel, I told you guys, listen, if Bitcoin can break out of this, it's going to open up the door for a move up towards these Fibonacci extension levels, starting at 115 and then ending at 121. Well, look at that, guys. I mean, look what it's done. Bitcoin's price came up, it broke through the Fibonacci golden zone, it kind of halted and stalled right here. It then used that Fibonacci golden zone to then break through the descending channel, sent it up to our first take profit level, smashed through the 118 level, and then smashed through our second take profit level right at $120.5 thousand. This was a 100% successfully executed move. And again, for those of you or any of you who are able to capitalize on this, again, massive congratulations. If we head over to my Bitcoin buy sell bubble sheet, what you can see is that we were, of course, doing our accumulation towards the bottom side of this channel. And then as Bitcoin's price did start to work its way up, we did our intra-channel consolidation taking profit, which just means we're taking profit when Bitcoin gets stuck within the channel. And now that Bitcoin's price has officially broken out of the channel, we have now taken profit at both of our take profit levels. The first one occurring here right around 115, the second one occurring right here at $121,000. And so I am not saying that I sold all of my Bitcoin. It's not even close. Like, these are like 4 or 5% of my entire Bitcoin position. So it's sizable. Don't get me wrong. I mean, that's 10% over the last like week or so. But I have done a lot of profit taking here, and it's just simply because we perfectly executed on this move. And you can kind of see how it's played out now, right? If I do go back and just show you the whole entire thing, like, let me just get rid of this. So now you can kind of see the moves that we've been making. You can see how we've done here. I mean, right, we obviously saw this big pullback. We bought this dip like crazy. We took a little bit of profits off the table anytime that it pumped. Then we started to see the pump. We took more profit off the table. We saw the dip. We accumulated the dip. Now we're pumping. Now we're taking profits on the pump. This is how you buy low and sell high. It's the only way that you can truly make money in the crypto market, unless you buy and hold for a long time, right? And that's totally fine. And so, again, I just wanted to congratulate all of you because Bitcoin has now officially done it. It's now hit our take profit zone. It's hit our key level. It's hit the zone that we've been hoping for months now, and it's now officially happened. So let's look forward. Okay, a lot of you are going to wonder, okay, well, Tyler, it hit $121,000. Are we going to keep pumping? Is it going to keep going higher? And if so, how high can it go? That's what a lot of people want to know. How high can it go? So listen, my honest belief, my honest, genuine belief is Bitcoin is getting a lot more risky right now. And of course, every day that goes by while we're pumping, it gets more and more risky just because we've absolutely sent it. And now we've hit these extension zones, right? These are breakout targets. These are the levels you would expect it to get to in many capacities. And so the fact that we've now hit them says, like, okay, well, that's where we're supposed to go. So anything past that is just extra icing on the cake, right? Now, as we've, of course, hit these levels, a couple things have started to happen. Remember, the 4-hour RSI is not looking the best. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like it is. We are seeing what's called hidden bullish divergence, and that it does get a little bit, It's not super or hidden bearish divergence. Sorry, it's not the scariest thing on earth. It's not the worst form of bearish divergence, but it just shows that this move is slowing down, and that is, of course, a little bit concerning. Now, what I will say is that the daily RSI is not giving us that yet, like it did back here, so that it could imply that listen, we could still just see this bad boy run for a while. But again, the fact that our 4 hour is showing us that bearish divergence, it is just like okay, we need to pay attention to that. That's at least worth watching. In addition to that, you have your Bollinger Bands. If you look at this, we're outside the Bollinger Bands again. Usually we don't sit here very long. You don't stay outside the Bollinger Bands very long. You're usually going to either go sideways back into them or down back into them at some point. It's just hard to stay outside of a two, it's people say it's two standard deviations away from a 20 simple moving average. I kind of feel like it seems like two is pushing it. I feel like it's more like 2.1 or 2.2, but it doesn't matter. Sorry, I got a little technical. It doesn't matter. It's hard basically to stay this far out of your Bollinger Bands. Your price is going to experience real hardship trying to stay out there. And typically you're going to resort either sideways or downwards for a little bit to get back within this little channel. Right. And so because of that, that is a little bit concerning. And then if you go ahead and you go look at CoinGlass, and we look at the liquidation levels, especially like on the 30-day, I mean, you have $18 billion worth of shorts to the downside, and we're stacking there. Like, I genuinely believe this goes further than this. So there's probably like 30 billion or something like that here. Whereas to the top side, we're at less than 2 billion, all the way up towards $135,000. And that's not the end of the world. It just means that there's not a lot of liquidations that'll happen if Bitcoin's price keeps going up. And so I feel like these lizard people who are licking their eyeballs every morning, they're looking at this and they're not seeing a ton of incentive to allow this market to continue upwards. They have the tools that are necessary to cool the market down or pull it back to start liquidating some of those people. And I feel like at some point they're going to use them. The question is when. In addition to that, we also have a lot of political stuff going on that is, of course, going to cause volatility. So when you mix all of these things together, yes, I do believe that Bitcoin absolutely can continue upwards. And I'm going to tell you the levels that I think it can get to in a second here. But I just want to preface this and say that it is just dangerous. And every single day that goes by right now, you're putting yourself at danger if you're buying a lot that we might see something like this, right? Where we just kind of pull back a little bit, or we cool down a little bit, or we go sideways a little bit. Listen, I'm not a bear. I'm just honest, right? And that's something you don't find here a lot on these, these social media platforms. I'm just being honest with you. It is getting more dangerous. And chasing a moment like this, whenever you have the crypto fear and greed index, I mean, this bad boy, guys, I mean, this bad boy is sat so high, dude. Look at this. I mean, 75. We're pushing up towards extreme greed, right? It's just dangerous. Okay. And so now, again, so that's kind of my honest opinion. It is getting dangerous. It is something to be careful about. But I'm saying dangerous in the short term. I don't mean that it's dangerous in the midterm or even long term. I think it's very reasonable to assume that if Bitcoin can rally like this in the middle of the summer, that it can continue higher and higher and higher in Q3 and Q4. But that will take time. Maybe I need to, clarify this. I'm not saying it's dangerous forever. I'm just saying it's getting dangerous for the next like 4 days or like 5 days or maybe 2 weeks or something, right? That the odds of some sort of more short-term pullback or cool down are very high. So the people who are high leverage trading, which is fine if you are, right? If you're high leverage trading, maybe adding that trailing stop loss is a great idea, right? If you're low leverage trading, maybe just having your breakout point where it's like, okay, you know what, that's where I'm getting out. Boom, I'm done, right? If you have huge profits on spot bags, maybe it's a good idea to just take some general profits. If you're buying a lot right now, maybe setting like a key zone for stop loss. Like, okay, if Bitcoin falls below 115,000, which is that previous extension zone, I'm going to get out, right? Like having these little things in place to just protect yourself from some downside volatility is probably a good idea because, again, we're getting more and more dangerous. It doesn't mean you need to fully exit. I'm not fully exiting. I'm still holding, but I am still taking some profit off of the table in the instance of, or in preparing for the instance that this thing does sort of cool down, pull back, or whatever. And if I do want to have some cash to throw back at, of course, the dip or whatever would come. Okay. And so that's kind of where we are. I do believe that if Bitcoin can continue to run, it is now time for us to start shifting back towards our macro Fibonacci's, which is extremely exciting. So what that means is that Bitcoin is basically fully extended, right? I'm really not a huge fan of looking at the 2.618 Fibonacci extension zone. I'm a big fan of just the 1.618 and the 1.272. And real quick before I do that, I forgot, Jason, you asked me to show my settings. So here you go. So these are the settings that I have on my Fibonacci chart. Feel free to use those and you will have an image that looks like this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the Fibonacci that I previously been using for these extensions that was based on this high to this low. And what I'm going to do is I'm now going to shift all the way back to our macro Fibonacci's, and we're going to start going macro again, which is extremely exciting. So what that means is we're going to draw a Fibonacci high in here, back here, and then a Fibonacci low end down here, which of course aligns with this low right here. And now it gives us our macro Fibonacci's. And what you can see is Bitcoin has now already hit the 1.272 Fibonacci extension on your macro Fibonacci extension, which is a very good move. It's a very hard move to do, so a very good move. And now it is preparing for what could be a move up to the 1.618 on the macros, which would give Bitcoin a breakout target of $131,000. So if Bitcoin does continue, the next stop, like the next train stop at the choo choo station, right? Whatever the hell that means, is $131,000. That would be the level that I would be doing my next major round of taking profit. Again, it's going to be hard to get there, don't get me wrong, but it is very possible. And so if I'm going to start to zoom out a little bit and start looking at this from more of a macro perspective, yes, the $131,000 level is the key zone for me. Now, interestingly enough, if we do reapply that micro Fibonacci extension, like I showed you before, this is a very similar area as this 2.618. Again, I don't really like the 2.618, but it is worth considering that that is another micro Fibonacci extension level as well. So, of course, that does imply that Bitcoin definitely has a lot of reason to get up here. It's just the question of if we can, right? The biggest thing that concerns me about the idea that we're going to get up there is liquidations. If we look at the liquidation map around $131,000, it's just nothing. Like it's just not very high, as you can see. It's just not very high. So it's a little bit questionable of whether or not we have the gas needed to get up there, but I guess the market will show us. So my game plan here is, I took a lot of profit off the table. I mean, again, 5% clips in one go is a lot. Okay, guys. I mean, we're talking mid 5-figure clips that we're doing right now. Okay. So that I did take a little bit of profit off the table. I will take a lot more profit off the table if Bitcoin hits $130,000 and pushes up to the 1.618 Fib extension. Okay. So that's the next level that I'm looking for. That's the next level that I'm watching. I will give you guys some content later on today about the altcoin market and what's happening here. I kind of just want to let it run a little bit and just see how things shape out before I give you a vid, because I do think that there's going to be some volatility and it might get a little bit spooky. But shout out to all of you who absolutely smashed this with us. Again, I'm very proud of you. This is a very hard thing to do. The crypto market's hard. The volatility is hard. It's not very easy. It's the weirdest market on earth. But if you're here and you're taking profits and you're winning and you're making money and you're putting some cash aside and you're paying your taxes, like you're living the dream, man. And it's absolutely fantastic. And again, big congratulations to you. Okay. So with that in mind, yep, that's about it. I will be making some Instagram reels and stuff today. You guys know I have been really trying to give you a ton of content over on Instagram as well. So feel free to go follow me. It's down below. And don't forget, if you do want to start trading today, you can get that link to BTCC. I have a tutorial on BTCC down here if you want to see the platform. I also have a video explaining the rewards again. Okay. So feel free to go check that out. Let me know what you think. Let me know in the comments down below what you're doing with your crypto positions today. And I can't wait to see you all in the next one. Peace out, everybody.